Welcome to Spa for today's qualifying for the Belgian Grand Prix. It's going to be a very exciting session today, but are we expecting the Mercedes to favour this track? Spa is always a difficult track to predict who will do well at, but after the last few years, it's been a mix of Red Bull, McLaren and Ferrari drivers that have excelled.
Well, Ferrari have had 16 wins here over the years, but today I'd probably give the advantage to Red Bull. They're always able to pull off something special here.
What's going on, guys? This is Elliott with F1 2015 Raikkonen Career mode. We're at the Spa Grand Prix, the Belgium Grand Prix, and apparently Anthony Davidson thinks that Red Bull are going to win this race. I don't think so. Sorry for the lack of uploads on Formula 1 content. It's just been very dreary to play this game lately. I've got bored of it, so what I've done is I've dropped the races down to 25% to make them a little bit faster for me. And it makes it more interesting. Funnily enough, I had a lot of fun with this race, and I've started up a second channel. If you don't know already, it's called Splash. I will leave a link in the description where I upload videos of different types of games other than racing games. Anyway, here are some highlights of the qualifying session. It's a short qualifying. Coming on to do my first lap, I lock up going into the bus stop chicane and miss the corner completely. So qualifying went off to a flying start, so we did very well to stop the car in the bus stop chicane, not. So now we come to a lap 3, coming again to the bus stop chicane, and we try and get round. This time we do not lock up, we make it round the bus stop chicane very well, but then we lose the rear end on the exit, putting a bit too much power down. The fastest lap so far we've done is a 1 minute 51.8. But hopefully we'll do a little bit better than that, because we are down in 8th place at the moment, which is not good for the Ferrari. Even we're all being paced out by Sainz Jr. So at the end of lap 3 we're on a flying lap. Should be a decent lap this time. We go a little bit wide into the first part of the chicane, but we exit a little bit better than we did previously. We got the DRS open, we come across the line to set a 1 minute 50.118. So that puts us on into 4th place of the grid. However, we do drop a place to 5th. As you can see there, we dropped to 5th because Felipe Massa pulled out a blinding lap and set a 1 minute 49.9. We was only a 10th or 2 off Felipe Massa's time, but we was well off the times of Lewis Hamilton, Nico Rosberg and Sebastian Vettel.
Welcome to the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps, which is the location for today's race. The cars are out on the grid, so let's join the action on the track. Here's today's pole sitter, Lewis Hamilton. When I was speaking to him early on, I got the sense that he has total confidence in himself and his Mercedes car to take that race victory today.
He'll want to stay out of trouble over the first few laps, but he'll be determined not to let any cars past him. If he can maintain that position once everything's settled down, he'll have a massive advantage and be able to control the race.
The last Grand Prix saw Mercedes post their best performance of the year. They had a really strong outing and we'll be hoping for more of the same today.
It was a good performance, but it was just one race. If they want to maximise their potential in the Constructors' Championship, they'll need to produce that kind of form more often between now and the season's end.
So we are starting from the 3rd row of the grid for this Belgium Grand Prix. This should be a good race. There's only 11 laps, so it's a bit more fast paced than a usual race that I would do. So hopefully racing like this may make it a little bit more dramatic, a little bit better for me, and I might enjoy it a little bit more. As we're on the grid now, waiting for the 5 lights to go out now for this Belgium Grand Prix, and it's lights out and away we go, and it looks like we've had an okay start, not our worst but certainly not our best. We lock up coming into the first corner, we almost go into the back of our teammate Sebastian Vettel and trying to put the power down at the exit of the first corner, but unfortunately the rear's just spun up too much and that's given Bottas a chance to attack. Is he going to try and go too wide into Mirabeau? No, not Mirabeau, that's a totally different corner. Anyway, I don't know what I'm saying, but that didn't happen anyway. At the end of lap 1 though, it looks like Bottas has got a run on us. Is he going to try and overtake in this very fast corner? Yes, he does, but we're going to try and tuck in for the slipstream. We're on the outside, so we want to flick into the inside so we can try and outbrake him into the bus stop chicane. We lock up slightly, we almost bang tyres. Now we're going to come through the outside. He cuts us up, but we're behind him now. Maybe we can pick up a slipstream and outbrake him into the first corner. Let's try and go late on the brakes. Are we going to get the move done? It looks like it, so we are now back into 5th position. So if we have a look, a replay of that from other camera angles, we can see how fast the Mercedes power unit is in that Williams, as he just out-drags us straight through the long straights there. So, but we cut in onto the inside, try and out-brake him. As you can see, the carbon ceramic brakes were so hot there, they were just lit up, and you can see he just doesn't move out the way, cuts us, blocks our exit, but then we just get a better run using the slipstream and then out-braking him into the first corner. So that's put us back into 5th position now, as he bangs tyres with the Sauber. Now on lap 3, Bottas has got DRS. I don't think we're going to be able to do anything about it. We're going to try and pick up the slipstream, try and out-brake him into this corner. Bang tyres slightly, goes a little bit slow, try and go around the outside, but we can't do anything. Then we lose the rear end and we go into the gravel trap. Can we keep it out the wall? Just about. So our race has gone a little bit more difficult. So we've dropped down to 9th place, battling with Perez, but we just about keep in front of him. So we are now into 8th place. We've dropped only 2 positions, I believe. We dropped Ricciardo, and I'm not sure who was in front of him. Here's another replay of the overtake from Bottas's view. So you can see he just gets the slipstream, a better run out of the second corner, and then it's a DRS and Mercedes power. There was nothing I could particularly do. We try and pick up the slipstream, go down the inside into the corner, a bit similar to 2014 Belgian Grand Prix with Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton, and then in the rear view shot you can see me losing the rear end. So on lap 5, nothing has particularly happened since then. We are in 5th, but that is only because cars came to the pits previously. So we are going to come out probably around about 10th, 11th place. I'm not too sure, but we're coming into the pits now to put on a set of prime tyres that will take us to the end of the race, hopefully. There's only 6 laps to go, so they should definitely take us to the end of the race. So we're coming into our pit box now. Please give me a good pit. It's 2.6 seconds, but we're being held up by somebody. Oh, for God's sake, it was a McLaren Honda. They're even slow coming into the pits. That's lost us a position to Verstappen. So we are now down into 14th place. So this race is getting a little bit complicated. A few errors by myself and being held up in the pits hasn't helped our race whatsoever. But it shouldn't take us much time to catch up to Verstappen. As you can see, not even halfway through the lap, we're closing up to him. Lock up into the 4th corner, and we are going to now try and go down the inside into this corner here, and it looks like we've got the move done. Perez is being held up by, I believe that's Will Stevens. Oh, we haven't got the move done, he's on our outside, but we try and carry a little bit more speed through this long sweeping left-hander, and looks like we've got a better run. We've overtaken Perez and we've overtaken Roberto Merri, so we are now into 11th place. Rear end felt a little bit loose on the exit of that corner, but we stopped it from spinning out again. So we are now into 11th place, and I'm not sure what's happened. A yellow flag has appeared. What's happened? There's 2 cars going very slowly up ahead. Who's that? Oh, it's Maldonado. What has he done? It would be a surprise, 2 Lotuses crashing out people in 2 races. Let's have a look at the replay and see what's actually happened. So Hamilton is just behind Maldonado. What happens here? Oh, Hamilton knocks out Maldonado. Then again, it's probably karma. Maldonado is probably one of the worst drivers on the grid, but you can see now, if we watch the replay of Lewis Hamilton's FOB, it's exactly the same as what happened to us in Hungary, where Grosjean just sort of went to overtake us, then tucked out of it, and then hit our rear tyre and spun us out and made us retire from the race. So it's end of lap 6 now. We've obviously gained 2 positions by Hamilton going into the pits and Maldonado being spun out on the track. Where are we going to come out? 6th place looks like where we're going to come out. Yes, we are. So 6th place after everybody else has gone into the pits. So we're into 6th now. Ricciardo is in front, and I believe a Sauber is as well. On lap 9, we're catching up to Daniel Ricciardo, the smiling Australian, And are we going to try and overtake here? Well, this is going to be a little bit ballsy. And we just sweep past him going 212 miles an hour through that corner. That was some big speed there, and Felipe Nasr is only just ahead of us, and we've got 2 laps to go, so we may be able to get ourselves into 4th place, and it looks like we might do, because on lap 11 we're catching up to Felipe Nasr. Are we going to be able to overtake him, maybe into the bus stop chicane? Can we brake a little bit later? We try and be a little bit daring on the brakes, just about get the car to stop before we go a bit wide. And are we going to come across the line before Felipe Nasr? I think so. We finish in a solid 4th place. So after all the troubles that we had through that race, we finished 4th. Kimi Raikkonen isn't happy with it, but I would take 4th place after all the errors and problems that we've had through the race. So I'm actually pleased about that, and you can now see why I said that I enjoyed this race. There was a lot happening. Okay, there was only 11 laps, but there was a lot happening in the race, so I think 25% races are the way to go for this series now. A, I can make videos faster and more frequently, and B, I'm having more fun doing it. So thank you so much for watching. This has been Elliott Splash. Do not forget to like, comment and subscribe. Visit my second channel if you want to see other games other than racing, a bit of survival games and horror games. They're all on my second channel. The link is in the description. Thank you all for watching, and as always guys, I will see you in the next video.